Welcome to the Danny Clinkscale Reasonably Irreverent podcast. Insightful and witty commentary, probing interviews, and detours from the beaten path.
Welcome to Arts and Lifestyle Wednesday, presented by Cinematic Visions, and, well, here. We are back with another edition of Reconcilable Differences with Danny and Jane. We have been away for a while, well, sort of literally and figuratively. We did our last Reconcilable Differences basically the day before we went to California, and that was in early June, so, hey, we're back with all kinds of things to talk about, including a wonderful California vacation, the joys of singing, the not-so-joys of vacation that is set sideways by illness. That can happen. And we've got some real great documentaries to talk about, maybe a not-so-great documentary. We have some memories of some people fondly who've passed away recently or fairly recently. And Jane has wonderful conversations about tremendous Japanese pianist who she has seen a documentary of, or at least some musical excerpts from. We look ahead, not so long in the future, to New England visit in the fall. Jane's prepping up for some recitals, also in the fall, right about then. I have been off on musical adventures of my own, not sharing those with my bride. All of those may or may not, we'll see how it flows, be part of the mix on Reconcilable Differences with Danny and Jane. Not many differences to talk about. Lots of things that we've had to share and maybe not share completely. It's all straight ahead on Reconcilable Differences with Danny and Jane. It's part of Arts and Lifestyle Wednesday, presented by Cinematic Vision.
More of Danny's Reasonably Irreverent podcast after this.
Cinematic Visions has been an affordable solution for professional media production in Kansas City since 2003, offering award-winning video production and creation, as well as a wide array of digital and social media management services. From planning, scripting, filming, editing, and post-production, to delivering your product to a watching world, Cinematic Visions will provide professional and affordable services for you and your business with the necessary return on investment to make it all worthwhile. Cinematic Vision's goal is to unlock the power of storytelling through video and a strong online presence for your company. Beyond the numbers, they want to inspire and evoke your clients to feel and act. Let my friends at Cinematic Visions embed your brand where it belongs, in your customers' minds. You can find them online at cinematicvisions.com or with a quick phone call at 816-600-6300. Always great to catch up with Dr. Brad Whittle of Advanced Sports and Family Chiropractic and Acupuncture. Everybody wants to make every year a great one, mentally and physically, and certainly ASFCA can help in that regard.
Chiropractic, acupuncture, physiotherapies. We're going to address the body and the mind to keep you in great shape. With winter moving into spring, we don't want to have the opportunity to get hurt or to be slow and not do what we used to do, right?
Absolutely right, and you can do that in a variety of ways.
We can. We love looking at the body and how it moves, looking at the posture and how it holds us to be strong, to be safe, and really to help us do those things we love to do.
The wide variety and range of services you can get helps in that regard at Advanced Sports and Family Chiropractic and Acupuncture. 7 locations all around the Kansas City area. Find the one that's most convenient for you. And for more information, visit asfca.com/Danny. That's asfca.com/Danny.
If you'd like to join these and other fine sponsors and market your business on Kansas City's #1 rated podcast, contact us at danny@dannyclinkscale.com. Look forward to working with you.
Welcome back, and it seems like a while ago now, dear, that we were off in sunny, mostly, California, and a wonderful vacation that was only slightly waylaid by the fact that I was a little under the weather. For me, I was a lot under the weather because I'm lucky enough to almost never get sick at all. We did lots of California dreaming, and it was a lot of fun.
Oh, my God. From L.A. and the beautiful Airbnb in the sky downtown to Formosa Cafe to Hearst Castle and the fabulous Spyglass at Carmel. There's nothing more fun.
We certainly did it. It was around our anniversary, and we somehow seem to be somewhere a lot of times on our anniversary, be it Cottonwood Falls, Kansas, or Saratoga, Wyoming, or Carmel, California, or Los Angeles, California in this case. And we did start in L.A. and did a lot of touristy type things. Now, one thing that makes it difficult to be a tourist is if you decided that you would rent a car and drive around yourself. And what we discovered is that the traffic that is so renowned in California, like the first scene in La La Land, the movie from a few years ago, absolutely real. We went to two famous restaurants, Musso and Frank's and Formosa Grill, which are basically in the same area, about 6 miles away from our Airbnb, and it took 50 minutes to get there on each occasion. So that kind of, truncated some of the things we had plans for. That's pretty amazing when you get out there and you're driving around or not driving around.
Yeah, it is what it is. But we had a fabulous time. We went to, did the Turner Classic Movies Warner Brothers tour, which was really fun. The prop department, I was in heaven. I could have lived there. Thank you very much. It's like 3 football fields length or something crazy like that.
It was the size of a football field and 3 stories.
3 stories.
Right.
Really, really wonderful. I wish they were still filming the old noir films there. That would be really fun because they really aren't doing the epic films that they used to do in sound stages there. But it was still phenomenal, and the weather was great. We visited my relatives in the hills of La Crescenta, which was just they were fabulous hosts, and they took us to Ojai. Danny golfed. It was fabulous.
It was all kinds of great things. We did go to the iconic restaurants, Musso and Frank's in Formosa, and they were, as sort of advertised, old time, good service, big booths, where the stars dined, all kinds of photos on the walls and things like that. And for our anniversary, we went to the Cicada Club, and there was a big band there, and we love to dance, but we're not big band dancers, and we don't know the steps or anything, but we got to see a couple of couples who were doing it upright. A man who was about 5'2" and his 6 tall wife, and he was a stylish dancer, and she was lovely, and that was kind of funny. And then a couple of dance instructors who I don't think were a romantic couple, but they're friends, and they danced up a storm and were dressed in 40s style.
Perfect.
And that was really cool.
This is an old Art Deco club that they've turned into this, sort of big band dining downtown. And it was only a few blocks from where we were staying. And it was just really fun. We like to do odd things.
It was fun, and we got to see a lovely, I like big band music, but generally not the vocalists. I'm not a big one on the vocals, but the band was good. Maybe not great, but they were good. And the female singer was quite good, and the male singer was doing a Bill Murray,
oh my God,
lounge singer impression. He thought he was cool, and he thought it was Frank Sinatra, and he was not, but it was kind of funny.
Yeah, he didn't realize at all that he was doing a Bill Murray impression. That's the point of all this. Oh my God. So that kind of changed the tune of some things that evening, but it is what it is.
And it was fun. And then we went, we had a 37th floor Airbnb in a modern new building, and it was very nice. It was near the jewelry district where I actually bought Jane a piece of jewelry. The jewelry district, they were really kind of laughing at me because I was giving them sort of a price range that I was looking for. And they were just like scoffing at me like, are you kidding? And so I went down a little side street and actually found a little shop and somehow came up with something lovely. And
it was fabulous.
Yeah,
Can't wait to wear it. Oh my God. Yeah, we went to the what's it called? So Grand Central Market was fabulous. It's this wonderful food emporium really close to, right downtown L.A., close to City Hall, which is an amazing building. I just love it. It's been in so many iconic movies. So that whole area is really fun. You can get anything you want.
Right. It was an old train station that was turned into there's must be 40 or 50 food vendors in there, various restaurants and takeout and things like that. And we had ate at an oyster themed little place that was really good. And I had a lobster roll, which was quite good, although it was about $30 for lunch.
Oh, I know. I had the best fish tacos. You know what I loved about this trip? You'll laugh at me in a way. I did all the driving because there's a reason why I'm doing all the driving, girls. I love the driving. We went to Malibu. We went up the coast. And the whole driving, because you really got out to see nature. Once we got out into the wilderness. I kind of enjoyed that more. And when we were going to Hearst Castle, we had a chance to, just take in the sights. The ocean and the mountains are fabulous. It's a fabulous drive. And of course, Hearst Castle, this is my second time, but what was your impression? I mean, we had a fun.
I really liked it. It was enjoyable, and the drive up to it was almost as magnificent as, the castle itself, which was pretty darn magnificent. And you see the unbelievable wealth and splendor of that. And it was a nice tour. And I was taken a little bit by the fact that the entire complex is gigantic, but each individual room, like the banquet room and the pool room where they shot pool and everything, those weren't as elaborate as you might have thought.
I know, it's kind of funny. He wanted it to be sort of a warm and inviting once you get in there. And I'd love to go, to the guest houses next time. We just never have time to do everything. But, I just love, we ended up going to Carmel, visited my other cousin who is a golf pro at Pebble Beach. So, that was quite fun. We, went all through Spyglass, got to spend a little money at the Pebble Beach store. We had wonderful drinks at Doris Day's Cypress Inn, which was just fabulous. And then we also were at Clint Eastwood's fabulous restaurant overlooking the water. And, Carmel's just a charming place.
It is charming. California is interesting because, for instance, we went to Oxnard, California, where Kevin and Lynn have a beach house, Jane's cousin Kevin. And when you're next to the water, it's quite cool. In fact, I went body surfing, and they didn't. Have people just wrap themselves up in blankets and watch this lunatic out in the waves for a couple of days. And I came back, and I was so cold, it took me about a half an hour to stop shivering, but I loved it.
You were gleeful, Danny. You were gleeful.
I was gleeful. And then you go inland like just 40 minutes to play golf in Ojai, and it's 100 degrees. So it is kind of remarkable what it's like. And Carmel was cool and cloudy the whole time, basically. And Spyglass is a beautiful golf course, and even nicer to me than Pebble Beach, but it's part of the entire Pebble Beach complex. You can see Spanish Bay, another great golf course from that particular place. And Ross was a great host, and we saw the little 9-hole thing that Tiger Woods designed, the Hay. That's where we had lunch. I mean, up and down the coast, in and out. It was all kinds of fantastic things.
We walked by.
Oh, yeah. We actually saw Jim Nance and his son. He has a place there. I don't think he lives there much of the time anymore, but his little, probably 5 or 6-year-old son was with him, and that was kind of neat, too. So all in all, it was just a great vacation. And what notice about California is it's lovely when you can get out and drive the places you can drive. Now, a lot of the California Coast Highway was closed, so we didn't get to do that. And then other places you can't drive at all because you go 10 miles an hour. But when you do get into the beautiful places, it's really, really lovely and fantastic. So it was a wonderful vacation. We're very lucky to, a lot of times we love being together here. We love being together even more on vacation.
And thank you to Kevin and Ross and Lynn. What a fabulous time.
Yeah, it was a tremendous, tremendous time. So very enjoyable, and love to do it again because, as I said, we had a lot of film noir things we didn't quite get to because it's hard to drive to all these places. I mean, just an amazing, amazing trip. More amazing than Jane subsequently went to Florida to visit an old friend, and that was a great experience to see her old friend, but then you got sick and had to come back late.
I know.
And that'll always ruin things, and it's hot as blazes in Florida in the summertime, so you got to see the other side of it.
Oh, the best part was, my dear friend has this fabulous mid-century modern home that he's decorated to perfection, and we got to go by the water and have drinks high up looking out on the water. We also went to the Edison House and Museum and Henry Ford's house. A must. They have so many of Edison's inventions, and this isn't even his main.
And this is Fort Myers, is that right?
In Fort Myers, right. Fort Myers, Florida. And so we had a great few days, and then suddenly I just went down, got the good COVID, and that's been taking a while to come out of it. But I'm much better now. So just all I can say is, well, never mind. I'm not going to say it.
Yeah. just don't get it. That's
Just don't get it.
It's we hope that you are healthy out there and don't have a vacation waylaid by something like that. So late coming home, I got to spend another couple days with the dogs, which is always delight. So right before we taped, we had to tend to Willie. We went on a long hot walk, and Willie kind of got an upset tummy, and that